Hello and welcome to Network Africa with me, Cynthia Are. Now the 2015 elections are over and the issues which we still face in the country are staring us in the face. It seems as though time has gone by so quickly, as today makes it exactly 1 year since the Chibok schoolgirls were kidnapped by the Boko Haram sect, and they are yet to be rescued or returned. Amnesty International has released a new report concerning the matter, saying the abducted women and girls have been forced to join Boko Haram attacks.
2,000 women and girls have been abducted by Boko Haram since the start of 2014. And according to Amnesty International, many of the abductees have been forced into sexual slavery and trained to fight. Amnesty International bases its claims on nearly 200 witness accounts, including 28 with abducted women and girls who escaped captivity. Boko Haram's reign of terror documents multiple war crimes and crimes against humanity committed by Boko Haram, including the killing of at least 5,500 civilians as it rampaged across northeast Nigeria during 2014 and early 2015. Aisha was 19 when she was kidnapped along with her sister. Her identity has been concealed.
They used to train girls how to shoot guns. I was among the girls trained to shoot. I was also trained how to use bombs and how to attack a village. They told me how to attack towns and villages, how they kill other people, how they slaughter infidels.
The report sheds new light on the brutal methods used by the armed group in northeast Nigeria, where men and boys are regularly conscripted or systematically executed, and young women and girls are abducted, imprisoned, and in some cases raped, forcibly married, and made to participate in armed attacks, sometimes on their own towns and villages.
We have no direct evidence that the Chibok girls are now fighters, but we do know how Boko Haram operates. Abducted women were taken to makeshift transit camps. They were raped, taught Boko Haram's interpretation of Islam, and prepared for forced marriage to their fighters. Some have even been trained for battle.
The report contains graphic evidence, including new satellite images of the scale of devastation that Boko Haram insurgents have left in their wake.
Now, those who've been worst affected by the abduction of the girls are the abductees and their family members who live in uncertainty. However, some of them remain optimistic about the possibility of being reunited with their daughters and sisters. Take Hawa Sadiq, who you'll see in a moment. She remains hopeful that she will see her sister again someday.
Since when my mother didn't see that baby, we are in problem. That time that they called my mother, she stayed a month in hospital with heart attack. We didn't know that my mother will come back again. We think that she will die because the pain is too much for her. It is in that year my father died. It is in that year my sister Boko Haram Park. So the thing is too much for my mother. Even though she's talking, we are only 2 babies on the family, 2 girls. So if she see, I'm already married. If she see that some of the girls come to our compound, if she see that, she will be feeling badly. She see her friends, she will be feeling badly. She will be crying. We used to hear different talks. Some will say Boko Haram sells girls so that they will have money. Some will say Boko Haram used to eat human being flesh to eat. So sometimes it's different question, but we put hope and we know if God say we'll meet them one day, we'll see them again.
Sadiq, who is the sister of one of the abducted missing or the abducted Chibok girls. Now, we've been able to establish connection with Femi Falana, who is a member of the Senior Advocate of Nigeria and also a human rights activist. He joins us on Network Africa via telephone. Femi, thank you so much for speaking with us on the program.
Thank you.
Now, I'd like to start by asking you if you expected that we'd still be at this point 1 year later, the girls are still missing?
Well, it is rather tragic, very unfortunate, very painful, very agonizing, that up till now, we have not been able to locate the Chibok girls. But what is most embarrassing is the unbelievable stories the government has told with regards to the abduction of the girls. In the first place, the government initially denied the abduction of the girls. When it became believable for the government, the army authorities started telling lies. We were told that the girls have been freed. We were later told that the girls have been located, but the army would not want to move in so as not to risk their lives. And the last we heard from the government last year was that, oh, we have struck a deal with the terrorists, the dreaded Boko Haram sect, and that deal will lead to the release of the girls. The latest now, I think last week, government said, the girls are still in the Sambisa forest. So why don't you get the armed forces to move in? If they are in Sambisa forest, it's a very painful thing. I can imagine the agony of the parents of these girls.
Indeed, it's an agonizing scenario, but we just listened to one of the sisters of the abductees just a moment ago, and she's optimistic that she will be reunited with her sister someday. Do you share that optimism? Do you think that they will be found someday?
Well, I'm optimistic. I'm not despondent. And I think we should continue to hope and pray and get the government to be responsible sufficiently. I will promise that these girls have been located in the Sambisa forest. All efforts must be made to rescue them. But where I got the stuff was the antagonism of the government. So they bring back our guest campaigner. Their rallies in Abuja, their daily rallies in Abuja, were prescribed as a say, incidentally, by Mr. Joseph Umbu when he was the commissioner of police in the Federal Capital Territory. They bring back our guest campaigners one decade. Government sent out to attack them. So these are not signs. These do not show commitment on the part of the government to have these girls rescued. So we'll continue to hope. We must remain optimistic and hope that if the government does not do it, the incoming government will have to redouble efforts to get them released.
Mr. Femi Falana, thank you so much for speaking with us. Mr. Falana is a lawyer and a human rights activist. Now, speaking of the incoming government, the anniversary of the missing Chibok schoolgirls is one which touches not only the hearts of regular Nigerians, but that of Nigeria's President-elect Muhammadu Buhari. General Buhari has vowed to free the schoolgirls abducted by Boko Haram militants a year ago, but admitted that it was not clear whether they would ever be found. However, it is worth remembering that the threat of the sect has been significantly reduced with collaborative efforts from the likes of Chad, Niger, and Cameroon. The sect seems to have been forced to retreat from areas which they once held as territory in the past. We'll take a break now on Network Africa. When we come back, Egypt's highest civilian court upholds a 7-year jail term for an Islamist politician and ex-presidential candidate. Details in a moment. Please stay with us.